Welcome to the Pleasure Academy, your go-to channel for understanding the art and science behind connection, attraction, and intimacy. Today, we dive into the fascinating world of women's body heat and movement, nature's silent signals of intimacy. Segment 1, the language beyond words. In intimate moments, not everything needs to be said. Body heat and movement often speak louder than words. A woman's body naturally communicates comfort, desire, and boundaries through subtle cues. Temperature shifts, such as warmth in the chest or neck area, can reflect emotional arousal or excitement. Similarly, movement, whether it's a lean-in, a playful touch, or shifting closer, signals her emotional and physical engagement. These silent signals are deeply rooted in human biology and psychology. They're not just reactions, they are invitations, boundaries, and expressions of presence. Understanding these cues helps build deeper, more respectful connections. In this video, we'll explore how women unconsciously use body heat and body language to express what words sometimes can't. From science to subtlety, we'll uncover what these unspoken signals mean and how to respond to them with sensitivity, awareness, and respect. Let's start by understanding the basics. Segment 2, what is body heat and intimacy? Body heat and intimacy isn't just about feeling warm. It's a biological response to emotional and physical stimulation. When a woman feels excited, affectionate, or aroused, her body temperature can slightly rise due to increased blood flow and hormonal changes. This warmth often centers around key areas like the chest, face, and hands. The body releases this heat naturally, and someone close can feel it, especially during a hug or when sitting close. It's subtle, but it's real. Body heat becomes a silent indicator of emotional closeness. Think about when you're near someone you care about. The comfort you feel often aligns with a sense of warmth. This is not coincidence. Our bodies are designed to respond to connection. Recognizing this response can help partners understand emotional states and navigate intimacy with more empathy and care. Next, let's look at how movement pairs with this warmth. Segment 3. Movement speaks louder than words. Every movement has meaning. The way a woman shifts her weight, positions her hands, or directs her gaze tells a story. In moments of connection, even the slightest gestures hold significance. A subtle lean toward someone often signals interest or comfort. Crossing legs in someone's direction? That can suggest openness or engagement. Pulling away or fidgeting, on the other hand, might indicate nervousness or discomfort. These are not just random movements. They are subconscious reflections of the emotional landscape. Combined with body heat, movement becomes part of a richer, silent dialogue. For example, a warm touch on the arm with direct eye contact conveys more than just friendliness. Understanding these micro-movements requires attentiveness. The more attuned you are, the more you'll notice the emotional undercurrents at play. Intimacy thrives when we listen with more than our ears. So, how does this play out biologically? Let's explore the science next. Segment 4, the science behind the signals. Our bodies are wired to communicate non-verbally. The autonomic nervous system, particularly the sympathetic branch, plays a big role in generating body heat and initiating movement. When a woman experiences arousal or emotional connection, her body responds by increasing circulation, releasing dopamine and oxytocin, and activating heat-producing mechanisms. These aren't conscious decisions. They happen naturally as part of our evolutionary programming. From a scientific perspective, these changes are survival-based, designed to promote bonding and reproductive readiness. Increased warmth in specific body zones can indicate emotional receptiveness or attraction. Movements such as preening gestures, mirroring, or hair touches are also rooted in biological instincts to attract and connect. Understanding these responses isn't about control, it's about awareness. Recognizing the physical signs of emotional or romantic interest allows for more respectful and connected interactions. Up next, let's explore how cultural context shapes how these signals are expressed. Segment 5, cultural influence on body signals. While biology lays the foundation, culture refines how body heat and movement are expressed. In some cultures, direct eye contact and open body language signal confidence and interest, while in others, subtle gestures or lowered eyes convey the same message. Similarly, personal space and physical proximity vary widely. For example, what might be considered a warm, inviting gesture in one culture could be seen as too forward in another. Women learn, often unconsciously, how to adapt their body language to fit social norms. Yet the core signals, warmth, openness, leaning in, or withdrawing remain consistent. Being aware of cultural nuances helps avoid misinterpretation and encourages sensitivity. If you're attentive, you'll notice how warmth and movement are used not just to connect, but to navigate boundaries as well. So how can we tune into these cues without overanalyzing? Let's talk about awareness versus assumption. Segment 6. Awareness, not assumption. Reading body signals isn't about jumping to conclusions. Awareness is different from assumption. A warm touch doesn't always mean romantic interest. A lean-in might indicate closeness or simply the need to hear better. Women's body signals can be subtle, layered, and influenced by many factors like mood, comfort, or safety. The key is to observe patterns, not isolated gestures. Pay attention to consistency. Does warmth and openness appear over time? Is movement fluid and aligned with the conversation? Intimacy flourishes when both people feel seen and respected. Being aware of body heat and movement helps create a shared space of comfort. It's about noticing, not interpreting. If you're unsure, communication is your strongest tool. Clarify. Connect. Building intimacy means staying curious and open, not making assumptions. Next, we'll discuss how emotional safety influences body signals and how to recognize it in real time. Segment 7. Emotional safety and the body. Emotional safety is the silent permission slip for intimacy. When a woman feels emotionally safe, her body language becomes more relaxed and expressive. You might notice her shoulders drop, her gestures become more fluid, and her body leans in naturally. Body heat can increase, especially around the chest and hands, signaling relaxation and trust. Emotional safety calms the nervous system, allowing genuine connection to flow. Without it, even the most charming gestures might be met with hesitation or tension. Women instinctively protect their personal space when they feel unsafe or judged, often through subtle withdrawal or stiff posture. Recognizing this is crucial. If her body feels safe, it shows. Your role is to create an environment where openness isn't just possible, but welcomed. Trust and comfort are the foundation of shared warmth and movement. Next, let's explore how timing and context influence these silent signals. Segment 8. Timing and context matter. Just like a conversation, body heat and movement rely on timing and context. A touch that feels warm and welcome in one moment might feel intrusive in another. A glance can be flirtatious or simply curious depending on the setting. Understanding a woman's body signals means tuning into the moment as a whole. Is she relaxed? Is there mutual engagement? Her body will often answer before her words do. Timing can elevate or derail a connection. If the moment feels rushed or forced, her body might respond with tension or stillness. But when the moment is right, warmth flows and movements align naturally. Context shapes the meaning behind every silent signal. Read the room. Feel the vibe. Respond, don't react. Up next, we move into part 2, where we'll examine how intimacy deepens through physical presence and shared energy. Segment 9. Physical presence as energy exchange. Being physically close to someone isn't just about proximity, it's an energetic exchange. When a woman is present and connected, her body radiates warmth that goes beyond temperature. This energy is felt in the atmosphere between two people. A subtle charge, a feeling of aliveness. Her movements might slow, becoming more intentional, and eye contact lingers a little longer. This shift is the body's way of synchronizing with another. In intimacy, it's not about doing, it's about being. Shared presence enhances emotional and physical connection, and body signals become clearer and more authentic. It's in the silence, the pause between words, that the deepest signals often surface. Learning to recognize this energetic presence helps deepen the connection. It takes attunement, patience, and genuine curiosity. Up next, we'll look at how mutual mirroring amplifies connection through body movement. Segment 10. Mirroring and mutual movement. Mirroring is one of the clearest signs of mutual connection. It happens when two people subconsciously reflect each other's posture, gestures, or tone. For women, mirroring often means comfort and engagement. If she adjusts her body to match yours, copies your smile, or aligns her rhythm with your movements, she may be signaling harmony. This isn't about mimicry, it's a subconscious response rooted in empathy and emotional resonance. When people feel connected, their bodies naturally seek rhythm. In intimate moments, this can lead to synchronized breathing, coordinated movements, and shared energy. Observing mirroring can help you understand how comfortable she feels and whether a bond is deepening. But remember, it must be mutual and natural. Forced mirroring breaks the flow. Let's now dive into how movement slows down as intimacy builds. Segment 11. The slowdown of intimacy. As emotional closeness deepens, physical movement often slows. This isn't boredom, it's trust. A woman who feels emotionally and physically safe may speak more slowly, hold longer eye contact, and make fewer, more deliberate movements. The nervous energy of early interaction fades, replaced by calm, intentional presence. Her body might soften, shoulders relax, facial expressions become more serene. Body heat also redistributes, concentrating in areas associated with affection like the chest or hands. These changes signal emotional depth. In these moments, silence becomes comfortable and the body speaks in stillness. Being able to recognize and honor this slowdown is crucial. It invites a gentler, more meaningful connection. Next, we'll examine how touch changes when intimacy deepens and what different types of touch convey. Segment 12, the language of touch. Touch is perhaps the most intimate form of nonverbal communication. When a woman initiates or lingers in touch, she may be expressing affection, comfort, or trust. Early in connection, touches are often brief or playful. A brush on the arm, a light pat on the back. As intimacy grows, touch tends to slow and become more intentional. A palm resting on your leg, fingers intertwining, or a gentle caress all convey deeper emotional states. The warmth from her hand is both literal and symbolic. It signals openness. But touch must always be reciprocal and welcome. Pay attention to how she responds to your touch as well. Does she lean into it, mirror it, or pull away? These responses guide the emotional rhythm of the interaction. In the next segment, we'll explore how eye contact strengthens these silent signals. Segment 13. The power of eye contact. Eye contact is one of the most powerful tools in intimacy. When a woman maintains soft, lingering eye contact, she's opening a window to emotional depth. Her pupils may dilate, and her facial expressions soften. These are signs of connection and trust. Sustained eye contact releases oxytocin, the bonding hormone, deepening emotional intimacy. But it's more than biology, it's about presence. A shared gaze can say everything without a word. In contrast, averted or restless eyes may suggest discomfort or disinterest. Context matters, of course, but when coupled with warmth and open body language, steady eye contact becomes an invitation. Respect and reciprocity are essential here. Hold the gaze but don't dominate it. Let it breathe. Next, let's examine how the voice, its tone and pace, complements body heat and movement. Segment 14. Vocal cues and emotional heat. Tone of voice carries emotional heat. A woman's voice might soften, deepen, or slow down when she feels emotionally connected. This vocal warmth isn't random, it mirrors her internal state. When someone feels safe and engaged, their voice reflects it. You may notice her laughing more easily, or her voice becoming more melodic. Combined with physical warmth and movement, vocal cues complete the emotional picture. On the other hand, if her tone becomes flat, tense, or quick, it might signal discomfort or emotional withdrawal. Listening carefully allows you to sense shifts in emotional temperature even before the body shows it. Voice and movement together create a complete language of presence. Up next, we'll look at how synchronization in breath and rhythm reveals deeper connection. Segment 15. Breathing in sync. One of the most intimate nonverbal signs of connection is synchronized breathing. When a woman feels deeply attuned to someone, her breath often unconsciously aligns with theirs. This mirroring can occur during a quiet moment, a shared laugh, or simply sitting close. The rhythm of breathing creates a physiological bond, lowering stress and deepening emotional resonance. It's a powerful signal of intimacy and safety. Breathing in sync can also regulate heart rate, making both people feel more at ease. While subtle, it's a sign that both bodies are co-regulating, creating harmony. Notice if her breath slows when yours does, or if she matches your inhalations without realizing it. These moments of harmony signal something rare and beautiful. In our final segment of part 2, we explore how women express desire through subtle, yet unmistakable body cues. Segment 16. Expressing desire through subtle signals. Desire doesn't always look like what media portrays. For many women, it's expressed in subtle, refined ways. A lingering glance, a shift in breathing, an intentional brush of skin. These are signals of interest and readiness. Her body may tilt slightly toward you, exposing vulnerable areas like the neck or chest. Lips may part slightly and her voice might lower in tone. These aren't performances, they're instinctual cues of emotional and physical desire. Recognizing these signs isn't about analyzing or decoding, it's about presence and mutual respect. If her warmth and movements are met with care and attentiveness, intimacy can unfold naturally. Consent, comfort, and clarity remain the cornerstones. Desire, in its purest form, flows through trust and attention. Up next, we move into our final part, exploring how these signals culminate in shared connection and the art of deepening intimacy. Conclusion. Women's body heat and movement are profound forms of communication. They reveal comfort, trust, desire, and boundaries without a single word spoken. These signals, shaped by biology, emotion, and culture, invite us to connect on a deeper, more intuitive level. When we learn to notice, respect, and respond to them with care, intimacy becomes more authentic and fulfilling. True connection isn't built on guessing. It's built on presence, patience, and mutual understanding. Let these silent cues guide you, not as a roadmap to intimacy, but as a language to share closeness with empathy and respect. Thanks for watching the Pleasure Academy. If you enjoyed this deep dive, like, comment, and subscribe for more insights into intimacy and connection. Stay curious, stay respectful, and keep growing. See you in the next video.